y'all? It's Throwback Thursday, and we're back with one of the most iconic, influential, and groundbreaking sightings ever. It is the Las Vegas UFO incident, where the UFO crash lands into Angel Kenmore's backyard, and aliens emerge from the craft. The family is so stunned and scared that they draw their guns in fear, ready to shoot whatever these creatures are, only to be stunned by fear. And this isn't just a regular recap. We're going to go look back at the original story, and we're going to add some updates and further video enhancements to better see these aliens in the backyard. Enjoy. The most compelling and credible UFO landing of our history has now been fully analyzed, and I can show you the extraterrestrial entities, as well as a chilling update. Let's start with the report.
Bodycam catches this, something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
You can actually hear part of this phone call in the actual alien footage.
Their backyard.
No, I'm still nervous right now.
The 8 News Now investigators obtaining another officer's video as he's sent to the Northwest Valley home.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
By now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see?
You can actually still tell how nervous the family is.
Creature?
Yeah, like a long testing top.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro blacked out that part of the video because it's considered private property.
And just how convenient is that? Thank God we got the actual footage.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating.
Now, this is the actual footage that was uploaded to TikTok with the aliens in the yard. I'm going to let you guys watch the original, and then I will show you the version I processed highlighting the beings. Notice how the family is fully armed. He has a gun in his hand, ready to shoot. That is how scared they are. He literally just said, oh my God, it has giant eyes and a big mouth.
Diles, eso lo estamos viendo para acá. Ande el camión, no conchadica del camión. El segundo, de izquierda para acá, de cables. Concha, costelo, concha, chistilo.
Forklift o camión.
Eso toma muy. Castelo, pegachari, palalo, que te quedó con la. Palalo, diles que a casa de hombre indique. Bien luchado, o sea, pegachari, se dalo.
If you pay close attention, you can actually see the beings in the tractor, blinking and looking at the family. I'll actually highlight it in the processed video. Now, this is the best that I could do with the video I received.
El segundo, de izquierda para acá, de cables. Concha, costelo, concha, chistilo.
Forklift o camión.
Eso toma muy. Castelo, pegachari, palalo, que te quedó con la. Palalo, diles que a casa de hombre indique. Bien luchado, o sea, pegachari, se dalo. Vaya, me dígale completico. Costelo, de que acá, dile que acá, callale, ahí yo muy pelón, sí, pelón, varón, pelón. Hinchalos, que a dos dijeron de. Concha, que la de que chupa.
As you can see here, I circled one of the creatures. The other one is standing right behind him. Don't worry, I've also enhanced some images from these stills so that you can get a better look at what we're seeing here.
The Las Vegas UFO mystery just got more interesting, with officials adding security cameras to private property. We also have more ring cam footage you'll have to see to believe, a possible explanation as to why the videos are so blurry, and an update from the family. Ring cam footage from neighbor 1. Ring cam footage from another neighbor. Some of the creatures you guys mentioned in the comments. Check this out.
To find the aliens in front of these guys, but I noticed something insane, and I want everybody, my two friends who will watch this, to take a look down, pay attention to two areas. We're going to look down here on the bottom right behind their fence and right up there, but we're going to first start down here because I found something crazy.
Spots I wasn't even focused on holding more mysteries.
This video, and I'm going to point out two things you need to pay attention to right here, which is the head, and if you look really close, and what you will see in about a minute is a hand. That, I believe, is some creature, non-human, crouching down, and that was its eye I just pointed at, and I want you to pay attention to what appear to be fingers running up the fence, as if it's kneeling down or something and peering out, and then there you go, see the fingers, and I think I go back and forth a couple times here, but it looks to me like there's a little other or a big creature looking through the fence on the bottom there, crouched down. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but you tell me. And then there's his fingers going right up and down, up and down. Just looks like almost a human hand crawling up the fence. And at the very beginning, you see an eye. And I think right here I show you the fingers. This is my really poor attempt at drawing over the fingers, but you get it. So what's really interesting about this is it is happening next to them and kind of in front of them, but behind a fence. Yeah, the fingers are really crazy. So I think I'm going to show it one more time, and then I zoom out, and I'll show you what even made me realize this was here. So, okay, so see how many different times we're looking. So what I noticed was, if you look at the top right, look at the top right now, there's actually a shadow figure. It almost looks like it's a dense, shadowy figure comes into frame. If you're looking right, at the three fence posts,
while this TikToker showcases a being more to the left.
Guys, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human. A full person beside it, and another one's beside it, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. Big eyes. They have big eyes,
okay.
like I can explain it, and big mouth. They're tiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Now this is likely why all videos come out so blurry.
The brothers looked into the yard where the object landed. That spot was obscured and blurry, as if by unknown form of camouflage. What they saw next prompted a frantic call to 911. 8 News Now investigators have spoken with family members multiple times in the past 4 weeks, but each of the 3 times we accepted their invitation to do an interview, they didn't answer the door or their phone.
Now we actually have an update from the family themselves coming up in a moment in this video.
In an initial police report we obtained, Angel says they heard the patter of multiple feet in the yard. They later heard footsteps on their roof. They saw one of the 8-foot-tall creatures climb behind the controls of a large front loader stored in the yard, as if trying to engage it. He got a good look at one of the creatures, he said, a greenish-grayish being with large eyes and long legs. He says he could hear its deep breaths, and when he locked eyes, he was, in essence, frozen in place, couldn't move. In the middle of the yard, where the object had crashed, then vanished, a circular impression
Now here's an update from the witness himself.
Today's June 12th. I'm outside my house with my family. You can see people are saying that we disappeared, the news stations. You know, what I learned these couple days, that everything on TV is fake, and especially the news channels. They'll say fake stuff, and it's not true. You know, I already said what I had to say. If you want to believe it. I don't care no more. I just want to... You guys understand, because of you guys, I have depression. I have anxiety attacks. and I just wanna be normal again. I don't feel okay, guys, and just move on, guys. Forget about it and just.
Now, to me, it sounds like the family was told not to talk, but I'll let you guys decide. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Now, of course, News Nation and other stations picked up this phenomenal and breathtaking story, which led to interviews with Angel Kenmore himself and analysis of these videos by evidence experts in the media to actually get out the detail of these alien creatures in the yard. Take a look.
Not only did what happened in Vegas not stay in Vegas, it circled the known universe. The frenzy grew when reports surfaced that unknown authorities had afterwards placed cameras around this family's home. The family was driven into hiding, off the grid, out of sight, underground. But 10 months later, the mystery lives on, and looky-loos and alien hunters are still on the prowl. The family posted no trespassing signs, but break-ins have been reported frequently here, as recently as last week at this home. Tonight, a News Nation exclusive, the teenager who made that 911 call is finally speaking publicly at length and laying out exactly what he saw that night and what has happened since. Our national correspondent, Alex Capriello, joins me with that live from Las Vegas tonight. So, Alex, it's really compelling with the advent of a year passing almost, that they've had a chance to digest what it is they've been through. They have kept quiet. They are not looking for attention. And yet now you're getting information, especially from this 15-year-old or the 17-year-old, that's pretty alarming.
Yeah, and I've found out from speaking to Angel Kenmore that life just really has not been all that easy for the past year since they saw that 10-foot tall creature in their backyard right here behind me. For him, he says that he's plain and simple traumatized by it all. He says he can't sleep at night. He's become slightly paranoid. He cries at night, trying to make sense, heads or tails, of what exactly he saw that night, playing it back over and over in his head. You can imagine the torment that's going through in his head. But to this day, none of the family has a very good explanation about what exactly they saw that night. But to their credit, they've stayed pretty consistent about the facts and the details. I really grilled him about that, trying to get him to remember as much as he possibly could about that night. Here's a portion of our conversation. What do you remember about that night? What do you remember seeing?
Start again, I guess. We were in the backyard fixing a truck, and then out of nowhere we just see a big light fall down and basically crash in the backyard. And moments after, like a couple seconds after, I saw the big giant creature in front of me. The alien, whatever you guys want to call it. The alien demon, whatever you guys want to call it.
What do you believe it is?
A demon.
A demon?
Yeah.
So maybe that's changed, that once you thought it was an alien, now you believe it was a demon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, only God knows what it was. But I'm thinking it's like something bad, not a good thing.
Was it moving? Was it doing?
Yes, it was moving. You could see like he was breathing, like he was like pissed off. Like he wanted to do something.
And he was looking at you and your brother?
He was looking at me, yeah.
Did he say anything?
Mm-mm. I remember he was growling like a dog, like he was growling.
When did it end?
As soon as I closed my eyes, I guess. I don't know. I think I was praying or something like that, and they just let me go. That's when I went inside, and I saw my dad. I mean, I saw it too.
It felt like it had a control of your body?
Oh yeah, I couldn't move. Yeah.
You were paralyzed at the sight of this thing.
Yeah, I couldn't move.
And you were looking at it for 30 or so seconds, and then all of a sudden it was gone?
Yeah. That was pretty creepy.
A lot of people think that that's just hard to believe.
That, like I said again, they can think whatever they want.
What do you say to the people who believe that your family just made this whole thing up to try to get attention?
They can believe whatever they want, I'm not doing it for free. If I did it for fame, I would be on YouTube and stuff like that, doing more videos, but I don't care, guys. I just went on TikTok and YouTube, made my story. That's pretty much it. I made no money off this. I want people to know that. I made no money off this. I don't need money. That's pretty much it. They can believe whatever they want.
I bet you hope it doesn't happen to anybody.
Oh, no, hopefully not, no. I hope God, no. Really bad experience. Really traumatizing.
And Ashley, I don't know what your impression of him was, but when I was speaking to him personally, I was really struck by how confident and authentic he was about his memories of that night. There's a lot of people obviously out there in the world that would make up ghost stories in order to chase any sort of clout or fame. But to me, Angel came across as somebody who truly believed that he saw something that night in that backyard right here behind me.
Yeah, Alex, he didn't really seem to have canned answers either. So if this was all a big ruse, he's either a really, really good actor, I mean, Meryl Streep quality, and, you know, he certainly didn't script it, didn't seem to plan out answers, you know, at the grasp. I do want to ask you about the family. You know, this is the 17-year-old finally talking at length about his experience. And he, boy, did he ever add some details there, that what he saw seemed to be angry and breathing heavily with growling, looking right at his brother and him, and that he felt frozen, which is an account we've heard from other people who have felt that they've seen something out of this world before, that they've been frozen and unable to move. What about the family? Does the family back him?
Yeah, the family does, although they're much less willing to go public about it. I spoke to his mom, who basically said that she has no interest in speaking about it because she just feels differently than Angel. She feels like nobody in the world is going to believe her. Angel, on the other hand, while certainly not trying to publish his case widespread, he feels the need to share it because he wants the world to know what he saw, and also he wants the world to know that his family is doing okay and moving forward. In general, the family wants the spotlight off of them. Take, for example, all these no trespassing signs. There's at least 4 of them. But at this time, they are just basically saying, look, we don't really want to talk about it anymore, but we still stand behind the things that we saw that night.
Now, before we jump into the enhancements, there was another clip after this interview where Angel and his family kind of disappeared for a prolonged period. And when questioned about it, the media was questioning. He came back into the picture in the video, but it showed him and not his family. And he was actually outside his house. And the windows in the house were dark, and neighbors were saying that there were black SUVs pulling up and so many mysteries around it. And that video seems to have been scrubbed. There's probably a copy of it somewhere on this channel, but when researching and looking for it to put it in here, it wasn't popping up everywhere, and it's kind of freaking me out. Still, here is the first enhancement that we got from News Nation from an evidence expert. Take a look.
It's one thing to squint at a fuzzy video on YouTube and then decide space aliens do or do not exist. And it's another thing entirely to subject those sightings to the same kind of scientific rigor that puts, say, killers in prison. Scott Roeder is that kind of skeptic. He is an evidence expert and crime scene reconstructionist with 33 years of experience and 1,500 cases to his credit. He is the founder of the Evidence Room, a group that assembles specialists in forensic animation, 3D modeling, and motion graphics. He took a close look at the video that was recorded by that family in Las Vegas, and he applied his technology to try to debunk it. Here he is on his YouTube channel, Crime Scene, discussing what he calls the entity in the family's backyard.
We can take a video and look at whether or not there is an artificial artifact added to it or not. And in this case, we can definitively say, to a degree of scientific certainty, that this entity, this thing in the video, is there in the physical reality in which the Kenmore family is also there. Like, this is so critical because you can clearly see through the slots in the fence that there is a leg motion moving from the right to the left side of the screen. And clearly it is behind there. So this isn't just like a head floating in space. This is a head of that is somehow that does not have full opacity, that the opacity of the head of the shadow is only at about 33% opacity versus a normal shadow, which would be at 100% opacity, or an object in the screen, which is at 100%. And this isn't anything that you did. It's just what you were able to determine, that this shadow being, or this being in the shadows, possibly creating its own shadow or smoky filter or cloaking technique, is not only cloaking itself from the people there, but cloaking itself from the camera itself in that it's minimizing our ability to identify pixels inside of that shadow.
I'm joined now by UFO expert Ben Hansen. He's a former federal agent and now the host of UFO Witness on Discovery Plus. Ben, it's great to have you on the program tonight again. So, I mean, your reaction to what, Scott Roeder did with his analytics, the shadow that you saw that was behind the fence as well as way above the fence. I guess your reaction to all of that.
Well, thanks, Ashley. Yeah, I'm excited because it took a while, I think, for anyone to get a copy of the raw video. I don't personally have it, but I'm glad that Scott has done this. I don't detect anything overt as a red flag that I would say that made me suspect that it was edited. So I concur with him on that. And it also appears that there is some sort of shadow that's present behind the slats of the fence, which he pointed out. And then you have kind of a head, it looks like, at the top of the fence. Where I kind of feel it might be a jump is people online then started to say, well, this is evidence of a cloaking creature of some sort. There is a lot going on in the video. If you look, there's 2 or 3 different light sources. And anytime you have that happening, you can have a lot of shadows from different angles. So unfortunately, we'll never have the same exact circumstance where we can go back and test it to see what might be causing a shadow effect.
There is this one aspect of it, and I'm not sure if our producers can just let the video go, but when they walk in past the gate, something startles them and they freak out. I mean, for lack of a better description, there's no way this is acting. Actors don't do it this well. Something startles them to the right and they spin around and they kind of run out and the video kind of goes, as it would if you were terrified.
It does, and I think that is genuine. If you look, I think they're looking at something towards the back of the yard and something spooks them, where I feel that it might be a little bit of, I don't know, call it forensic gymnastics, is to say that it was caused by this thing off to the right, because you can see right there, that shadow appears on top of the fence, but he's not looking to the right. If this was some sort of entity that was like 3 feet away from him, I think that's what would really scare anybody. So that's where you have these theories that people are saying, well, it's partially cloaked, it's fully cloaked, didn't want to be seen, but only the video picked it up. So I don't know about that. I think just based on the video, though, it's great that we have verification that it's not been edited.
I know you talk about confirmation bias as well. Explain to the audience how you think that might be working its way into this as an alternative theory.
Well, if you think about it and go back to the original, the whole background of what just preceded this, is you had this really bright object that streaked across the sky. Right. And I do believe that now is a meteoroid, and it may have nothing to do with the family's actual sighting. They believe they saw a light come down to their backyard. And there was a lot of light and commotion, noise. And so when they went out to the backyard, they're already adrenaline's pumping. They're hypersensitive to sights and sounds. I'm in no way suggesting that they made anything up, but perception can be skewed now that this is something out of this world we're out to see in our backyard. And then anything that might have a combination of shadows or sights they're not used to, it can be amplified in your visual perception. And that's just a suggestion, but I do feel the witnesses are being credible as far as describing what they saw. And especially look at that reaction when they see whatever it is back there and they come running out of there, and it's affected at least Angel to this day. He still has trouble with what he saw.
Absolutely fascinating. And the fact that we even talked about cloaking and a possible camouflage that makes it hard to see even with the human eyes. It's really, at first it was far-fetched to think about, but now with everything we know, yeah, this seems pretty much in line. Now, as I mentioned, Angel Kenmore and his family kind of disappeared for a little bit in between these interviews, and right after, people started to worry yet again. So Angel Kenmore himself made a video addressing the situation, letting people know, hey, we're okay, but also talking about the aliens in the backyard. So take a look at what Angel Kenmore himself has to say.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I'm here to tell you what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I'm trying to explain the best of my abilities. This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not making this story out for clout or fame. I just want to tell you what happened to me and my family. And I know some people are not gonna believe this, but each person is different. So this is what happened to me. Keep in mind, this is midnight and I'm fixing a truck in my backyard. At this point, I'm only with my brother and I hear something fall from the sky. I turn around, the only thing I see is a big light falling from the sky, and moments after, I feel a big impact and a bang, sort of like a big impact fall. And me and my brother looked at each other and we were scared, but when the impact happened, it was sort of like a shock wave, like an out-of-body experience. So to say, when I tried to look at the object, it was all blurry, not my vision, but only the backyard area. And I hear thousands of footsteps around me, and maybe a couple seconds later, the blurriness was gone. And here's the footage of the body, the police officer's body cam, and here's the object I'm referring to, the light. Video. Here's a Ring camera video. You can hear the bang. This is around the neighborhood. So here's the video. So when that happened, the only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard and he saw the same thing, the same creature I saw. He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. And here's the video where we were in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there. Here's the video.
¡Ay! ¡Permisor! Calmungarela, me canceles var eso. Cáelo, cherro, que chitica. Cáelo, cherro.
Moments after the video, me and my brother went to go pick up my tools. Then my brother calls me, and he told me shakingly, look behind the forklift. So I look. Keep in mind I'm facing the forklift, and then I see the alien creature. So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray, greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Like the same experience as having sleep paralysis. Keep in mind I'm staring at him and I look at his whole body and he has a weird looking feet and a big face and eyes, and you can see a big mouth. And I could hear his loud, deep breathing, and I could see his stomach moving. He would just stare at me. Seconds later, I could start moving again. And I start running towards the house. That's when I call 911, and here's the 911 call.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it, and big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the police to come, and you could hear footsteps in the backyard area, and a loud whispering, like you could hear whisperings. We were in the living room area, and you could hear footsteps on the roof. So we waited a little bit for the police. When they arrived, they told me I told them what I saw, and they were kind of freaked out. Here's the body cam of the officer.
Now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see?
It was like like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro...
So they went in the backyard and one of the officers pointed at the floor and it was a perfect circle. Here's a photo of the circle I'm referring to. Keep in mind, 2 officers came in my house and one of them started running to his car, driving around the neighborhood, asking passing cars if they saw a light.
What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
Goosebumps and freaking out. He started investigating that he told me his partner, she saw a light falling from the sky. He told me he believes me because her partner reported that she saw the same light as me. Now we're walking the front yard. Then the other officer came here. Here's a video of him talking to my family.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So,
moments before they left, one of the officers told me, if I see the thing again, to don't call him, just shoot him. And you can hear in the video, here's the video.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So they left and we went inside the house and we started praying. As we're praying, you can hear a loud human-like scream in the backyard. This is what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I hope you guys kind of understand what happened to me. I know it's hard to believe, but I saw what I saw. And it's kind of going viral. That's why I'm here to explain the story. I did an interview with journalist Doc Papa. I'm going to put his video in the description. I'm going to make a part 2 of the stuff that happened after May 1st. And thank you for watching the video.
Now, as inspiring and eye-opening as it is to hear from Angel Kenmore himself, this video actually represents something that may be even more ominous, as Angel himself said that he would like to start getting back to normal life, but also posting vlogs and stuff, essentially becoming a content creator. Yeah, well, this was the only video posted. With a short following up on this exact story, Angel hasn't posted in 2 years, and he's yet to be seen, and now there's a rumor running around again that he was silenced by the government. Now, even with all that, that alien in the backyard video is out there, and it hasn't stopped people from further analyzing it and finding more strange things in the clips, including what they believe are creatures. Very much like the evidence analyzer on News Nation, many people have a hold of this clip. And I saw one from the heavens above that seems to show a 10-foot creature in the way that Angel Kenmore would have described. And I don't feel like I've seen an analysis like this on any other clip. So I wanted to share it with you and get your thoughts. Smash like and check this out.
Uploaded by the cousin of Angel, the guy who made the video, late last night. And they only had it up for like 5 minutes and took it right down, but I downloaded it. Check this out. They're arguing about something in the back. As you can see, everybody has guns. They're in there ready for whatever might come. Now, they're going to get startled right here, and you can't really tell why, but I'll brighten it up. After zooming in and slowing it down, they see something, they back up, right in between these two guys. Now, I'm going to zoom in, slow it down for you. As you can see, there's something there. But what if we brighten it up? There's definitely something there. All I did was brighten the footage. I don't know if it looks like something. It's up to you. A lot of people were saying, why couldn't you record it? Why can't I see anything? You gotta understand, she didn't see it to begin with. She's coming in later. But the husband is convinced it's right there. How could you not see it? It's behind the second forklift. And he's telling her, it's right there. And so she's recording it. She doesn't see anything. She's trying to think, where? You can't tell. But usually some things are right in front of us that we can't see. Now, as I slow down this footage that she's watching, remember the iPhones are really bad at night, especially when you zoom into like 15x digital zooms. It's trash, but it's actually right here and it's very clear, and you can't see it because your brain couldn't process it. You're trying to find it hiding somewhere behind something. And now I will brighten it up for you so you can really see. When I messed with the brightness and I saw this, I literally freaked out. As you can clearly see, he's behind the tractor just like the guy said, just like Angel said in his video, and he's definitely 10 feet tall. That forklift is about 8. Look at the truck, it's about 6. 6, 8, 10. It seems about right. And he's got a big head, black eyes. You could clearly see it. I don't know how we missed it before, but it was right there the whole time, just like the dad said. Now you might be like, there's no way, that's crazy. But the more you look at it, the more it makes sense. And it lines up with everything in the kid's story. They are 10 feet tall. He was behind the forklift and he was there the whole time. And they're recording this as if you can clearly see it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not. Maybe they're coming. Maybe you better be ready. Either way, like and comment for part 2. Uploaded by the cousin.
Now, if you go online and search today, what you'll find is more clips like the one I just showed you of people analyzing it, trying to bring up details and trying to see if they can see more than what's already been shown to the public. However, you're not going to find many of the family clips or the family talking like we used to, or that video of Angel being outside the house, and it's very strange. As I mentioned, black SUVs started pulling up to the house. They said that the police body cam footage had to be turned off, but then they installed cameras. The government installed cameras on the house. Apparently, the craft and these extraterrestrials were removed, and it seems that they didn't want anyone else to hear about it, see, or even think about it, or do any research. So everything was swiftly covered up. At least that's my perspective. I want to hear your thoughts on this wild throwback. What do you think really happened in Las Vegas?